Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I know it's been a while since I last made a video, so I have a lot of updates to share with you guys. But for today's video, I wanted to document what a day in the life currently looks like for our family. As I'm sure you know, and I'm sure your community has probably been impacted as well, but we just found out that our kids' school, and I work for their school, so our school is currently closed for the remainder of the academic school year. So obviously that has a huge impact on families and the children. But today I wanted to share what we are doing at home that has worked really well for us. So hopefully you guys can take away some helpful ideas, some tips and tricks, and incorporate those into your homework. First and foremost, the most beneficial thing that you could do for your kiddos and for yourself is to plan a schedule. So every day you guys know exactly what your day is going to look like. Another helpful idea that I have a copy of Kobe's IEP goals and Clara's kindergarten goals that they need to have mastered or need to work towards for next year. So having those handy to refer to every day while we're doing schoolwork is very helpful. Planning ahead is really helpful as well. Every night before I go to bed, I lay out our materials that we're going to need for all of our activities and our schoolwork for the next day. It's really helpful if you have a printer, computer, scanner, copier. Because some of the work that Clara's teacher sent home, I actually make copies and keep their originals, because this may be something that we have to follow up with or revisit if she doesn't necessarily understand the material. And it's always a good idea to have in mind if you're going to show any kind of learning videos to go with what you're teaching. That's always helpful. If you have any books that you want to lay out to read that goes hand in hand with the material that you're teaching as well, that's really helpful. A visual timer is really helpful, so the kids know how much time they have remaining until you guys move on to the next subject. Since we have been home, I have also incorporated a snack system, so the kids each get some pretend money to purchase snacks throughout the day. That helps me to not have to buy so much at one time, because sometimes when you're at home and you're bored, they just want to constantly snack around. So this has been a really helpful idea. And also having a snack / lunch menu has been really helpful as well. Each day the kids know what we're going to have for lunch and what to prepare for. So if you guys have any tips or tricks that have been working really well for your kids while you're quarantined at home, or you're learning from home, doing school from home, I would love to read about them in the comments. So be sure to let us know what's been working great for you guys. This is our visual schedule. Math is our first subject of the day. Colin and Kobe both use their laptops for their math assignments. This is the time each morning that I take the time to pull up all of Kobe's assignments that we're going to need to easily access throughout the day to make things a little bit easier on us. And Clara is doing what we call her morning work. She has a worksheet where she writes the month, the date, and the year, followed by what day of the week it is and what the weather's going to be like that day. This is also the time that I like to pull up any kind of educational learning songs for Clara, whether it be days of the week, months of the year, counting to 100, or counting to 100 by 5s, 10s, etc. Throughout the day, if the kids get restless, I like to pull up kids yoga, brain breaks, or we take sensory breaks. These were Clara's math assignments for the day. We worked on word problems with subtraction, 10 frames, money recognition. We reviewed the penny, and I incorporated a fun counting activity that involved goldfish. So, if you have 7 chairs, but 5 broke, so how many are you going to take away? For social studies, Claire is learning about her neighborhood, her city, and her state. For lunch, I made the kids a cheese quesadilla, and I also put together a cheese and black bean quesadilla for myself. Today's lunch looks really bland, but it's really one of their favorites. I realized I had some sweet potatoes in the refrigerator that I needed to use, so I wrapped up my quesadilla for tomorrow's lunch. After we're finished with lunch, we move on to reading. So goat. What rhymes with goat?
Goat.
Goat.
I want you to do bear.
Fox.
Rhymes with
Box.
what's your rhyme?
I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit the red subscribe button.